Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Friday edition of Today in Sports Betting, doing it MLB style here today. It's our second to the last full MLB show, Scott. Our capping is going to it's going to about cut in half after tomorrow's games. Are you excited about that?
Why is that?
Because it'll be the playoffs.
Playoffs? Talking about the playoffs? What, are you kidding me?
See what happens when you come to rehearsal? Those things just
those things really just right off the cuff. You can tell how well that was timed. But, I'm happy that the 60-game season, which has felt like about 140 games, is finally over as the playoffs are moving on. Is it me or does this baseball season feel really long?
No more 7-inning doubleheaders. No
more guy on second with to start.
No more guy on second. Are they stopping that for the playoffs?
Yeah, that was only for the regular season.
Okay. You do know that for sure.
Yes.
Okay, so the playoff games, they can go as long as they want.
Playoff games are going back to normal baseball. I don't know about the NL. I'm assuming the NL is going to keep the DH, though.
Yeah, that would be a little difficult.
So that's the only real difference, but everything else is still back to normal, so to speak.
Right. Of course, all the new rules are still in place. You know, relief pitcher still has to face 3 pitchers and all that.
Yeah, all that stuff. But still, I'm talking about the brand new whole purpose of a shortened season rules. Those are still in place.
The college rule was 1 on second and the 7 innings and everything. All right, good. Well, let's get it rolling, man, because we got a ton of games here. We've got a couple sets of double headers. We'll start off with one of those as the St. Louis Cardinals visit the Brewers, and you and I talked about how we both hit this one yesterday. You had the
Cardinals
on the money line. Well, I had the under with 2 fantastic pitchers going against each other, and it worked out just fine for us as the Cardinals win 4-2. So,
well, I know that we both also cashed in the Rockies game. You got the Rockies at like +2 something. I got the Rockies team total over 3.5. They won 5-4. Chi actually did something.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
I know that the Indians won for us. The Mets won for us. Overall, pretty solid day overall. The over in the Detroit game worked out well. They had 15 runs. Yeah, pretty solid day in baseball for us.
It was a good day. Didn't even have to use my AK, so yeah. That's a good thing. Cardinals Brewers in this first game, as I've got Jack Flaherty going against Brent Suter.
Yep.
For which again, every time he pitches, I go, I didn't know he was still a thing.
He's a bullpen guy. You see, I said he's been decent this year, but Flaherty
he made 3 starts this year so far.
Flaherty, though, I don't really know what's going on with Flaherty right now.
He's been a little cold lately, Scott.
Yeah, a little bit. The last time pitched against Milwaukee, they scored 19 runs.
So here's the question: Is there an injury problem? Is he got the dreaded dead arm? And are we gonna back him here at a fantastic price? That's the question. I mean, Flaherty really. I mean, he's seriously gone off the rails. Giving up 9 earned to Milwaukee over just 3 innings. That's certainly tanked his ERA. He's been Jack Flaherty every other start, Scott. Yeah.
I'm just gonna play it safe here. I'm gonna go with the over 5.5. Both these teams have not really combined for many runs when they face each other, and I know that because I wrote the second leg of the doubleheader for winners and whiners. But Flaherty's been inconsistent. Suter's an opener, but overall he's decent. But that means Milwaukee's bullpen should be getting a decent amount of run here. I know that there's only 7 innings, but something's off with Flaherty right now, and they're still pricing this total like it's prime Flaherty, and I think that this total is mispriced. All
right, very good. Yeah, the total is a little low. Flaherty,
I'm assuming you agree with that.
I don't. There's parts of that I don't agree with. I don't agree that Flaherty struggled. He had 1 bad start. Last time
I don't think he's been as sharp as the line is making him out to be. The line is making it out to be that he's still pitching like he was in September last year.
No, I disagree. I think if he was pitching like he was in September last year, I think that line would be closer to 150. I think we're getting a tremendous value here. Getting Jack Flaherty at -123, and I
would lean to the Cardinals anyway because the Brewers I personally think are coming up a little bit short when it comes to making the playoffs because they've been struggling a bit lately, and the Cardinals have won 2 out of 3, so they've been playing a little bit better. But no, Flaherty's got a 4.84 ERA.
And you realize that basically
one of those starts a massive outlier. which I am aware of.
Right.
But if you're going through his results, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 innings, 2 runs, 2 2/3, 3 runs, 5 innings, 1 run. He's been fine. The one Milwaukee start was absolutely brutal, 3 innings and 9 runs. But he hasn't gone those 7 innings, 1 run, 7 innings and no runs that he was doing all of last year. So you might see some bullpen action this game. Like you see 7 innings and you assume Flaherty's going the whole way. And he hasn't. He hasn't gone 7 innings in a while. And I think that this total's too low, so I'm going to go with the over.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I will back Jack Flaherty and the Cardinals here. I still believe in you, Jack, even if Scott's given up on you.
I haven't given up on him. I'm just stating a fact. I'm still into the Cardinals because I just don't think the Brewers are very good. But one question I also had for you, talking about the last either 4 games of the season or however long teams have, pretty much the weekend is all they have.
Right.
Are managers going to be giving – I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Are aces on the staff going to have a longer leash or a shorter leash?
Say that again.
Are aces on the staff, like Flaherty and all these guys, do pitch counts even matter anymore? Or are they just going to keep them in as long as they can because they're in must-win territory? I'm asking.
I swear to God, these guys wait till I start my show, Scott.
Oh, you mean the sound people in the? I didn't hear anything until you brought it up.
Yeah, cutting the grass. All right. So I heard the first part of your question. Do the aces what?
What I'm asking is, do pitch counts play as much of a factor now with some teams competing for a playoff spot? I'm asking, are managers going to pretty much ride or die with their best pitchers no matter what?
I think, yeah, we're probably at that point. This is going to be obviously Flaherty's last start before the playoffs. It's a 7-inning game, so I doubt that they come into play as much. But yeah, I think they'll err on the side of caution when it comes to pitch count, guys.
You think it'll be caution?
Yes.
I don't know about that because the
Now
Cardinals,
you're talking about with teams that are still struggling to make the playoffs.
yes, teams that are struggling or that are teams that are seriously involved in contention.
No, then I think as long as they're still pitching well, they go out for the next inning.
Yeah,
I thought you meant with teams that had already made it that were kind of.
Oh no, they're going to throw in the towel already. I'm talking about teams that are actually in the hunt because both these teams are still in the hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
what I'm asking is that basically at the start of the year, you were wondering, are all the pitchers going to be on pitch counts because of the shortened offseason, whatever. Would it surprise you to see Flaherty throw 100-plus pitches? It wouldn't surprise me. And not for 7 innings, I mean in general.
No.
If you see some of these aces who start to throw like 110 pitches, 100 and whatever. Like if the Nationals were in contention, I think Scherzer would throw 110 pitches in a game.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals are in pretty good shape as far as the playoffs go.
Yeah, but the NL Central's been chaotic, so they don't want to bother. They just want to clinch their own destiny at that point.
Yeah, you're right. And the Brewers, they still have a run if they can take 4 from the Cardinals. They're just 2 games back of the Cardinals. Of course, you got the Reds between them. But the Brewers can end up finishing 2 games over 500.
Well, the Reds are in between them, but the Reds are also in possession of a wild card spot. The Brewers are only 1 game out of a wild card spot.
Right. Well, their game.
There's a team in the middle. There's a team between them. They got the Phillies in between them, but they're 1 behind San Francisco.
The Phillies are so they're okay. Wait a minute. So they're
there are 8 teams make the playoffs. The Brewers.
They're 1 game over, and the Giants are 500. Okay, so they're a half game back. They're a half game ahead of the Giants for a wild card spot.
Who?
Or the Brewers? I'm sorry. They're half game back of the Giants. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. They're right now.
They're a full game back of the Giants.
Right now, they're in 10th in the NL, and the top 8 get spots.
Yeah, the Giants are 500, and the Phillies are a 1 game under.
Yeah.
So yeah, half game back of the Phillies. Yeah, just like you said. You're right. Okay, so yeah, I think that I think that Milwaukee will, if they have an opportunity. If he's still pitching well, which obviously the Suter is not going to go 7. But yeah, I think they absolutely.
I think it's worth bringing up for conversation.
I think they start managing like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I thought it was worth expressing that on the first game of the card.
Yeah, I agree.
Forward.
Mets and Nats, Scott, 2 teams.
Speaking of teams in playoff contention, that's not it.
Basically playing out the string. I guess the Mets still have.
Mets officially put Conforto on IL, so they kind of – I don't want to say that that's the nail in the coffin, but that's it's a sign that we're not exactly going for broke here.
Well,
Conforto's batting like 320 plus. He's been nuts.
They're 5 games under. I don't know what the percentage of them making the playoffs. I would say is.
Oh no, they're done. They're done. I'm just
1 to 2% range. Well, they're not complete. I mean,
you know what I mean. Realistically, they're not getting it.
No, realistically, there's just too much. I mean, they got a 3-game series here with the Mets. They can finish 2 under 500. It would take a complete collapse by the other teams for them to, I don't see that. I don't see that.
You got Porcello against Scherzer. A little bit of a mismatch on the mound here.
Scherzer minus 138, Scott.
The truth is I'm not even looking at full games anymore. I'm kind of looking more to first fives. I'm kind of pivoting because that kind of touches upon what we talked about with Flaherty. How if teams are in contention, the starting pitchers might go longer. But if teams are not in contention, then what benefit do you have of giving your starter 7 innings of work instead of 5? Who cares? So I feel a lot better with some of the games that don't matter in taking the first 5s because I think Scherzer might just go 5 and they might just say, thanks for the season, we suck. Would that surprise you? Because I don't see what the point is of using Scherzer for more than 5 innings.
No, you're obviously not. You're not wanting to take a look at Max. You know what he brings to the table.
No, correct. I'm just saying, moving forward, Scherzer, I'm sure, also knows there are brighter days ahead. Hopefully, so the team's not very good. They're clearly not going to make the playoffs. So why would you risk potential injury to your star ace if you could just give him 5 innings and get him out of there?
I'm fine with that. If you want to, want to take.
Indians did with Bieber. They let him go 5 innings. He struck out 10 guys, give up 1 hit, and they're just like, no, you're good. You're good.
Well, they want to have him ready for game 1.
That's the playoffs, I know, but you know what I mean. It was like, oh yeah, good job. We'll see you later.
Yep. I think Scherzer goes as long as he's good. I don't know,
but I do think
he's such a competitor. I think if they were going to put him on the shelf, they'd put him on the shelf, and he wouldn't get this start.
That's fair. I'm just saying, for me personally, it would not surprise me to see some of these aces on awful teams get taken out a little bit earlier than people think they might.
Yeah, you're right. I don't hate that.
I'm going Nationals first 5. I think that's a better spot because Scherzer should go to at least 5.
All right, I'll take.
Plus, the Mets are technically still in contention, so maybe they're not going to officially throw in the towel. But either or, Scherzer's just Scherzer, so I'm just not.
Yeah, you're paying minus 162 for the first 5 versus minus 138.
So I guess they also factored that in.
Yeah, I'm not laying the extra.
Can I ask what the run line is in the first 5?
I'm going to guess it's 4.5. Let me see.
No, the run line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Run line first 5 is minus 115.
I'm going to take that.
Okay. I'll go ahead and bite. I'll go ahead and back Mighty Max for the full game. Give me Nats minus 138 there. Orioles and Blue Jays, Scott. Blue Jays are comfortably in the driver's seat there for the third playoff spot for the third place playoff spot. They're 3 games over. They have clinched. Possible positioning here, I suppose, they're 2 games back of the Yankees, but the Baltimore Orioles they have basically been eliminated, so nothing they can do there.
They did win yesterday. They avoided a sweep for a moral victory, but they have completely just fallen apart over the last couple of weeks.
Jorge Lopez goes for the Birds versus Taijuan Walker for
Lopez been better lately.
The other Birds. Yeah, he has. Yeah, this one is still a massive favorite for the Blue Jays, minus 175, plus 161 for the Orioles. 9.5 is the number. Any thoughts here?
For me, I'm just going to lean to Toronto. There's really not much to break down here. Toronto looked good against the Yankees at home. They've been pretty solid in Buffalo all year long. And Baltimore, even though they won yesterday, congratulations, they've still been playing terribly lately. So Toronto's still fighting for seeding. They're trying to hold off the Yankees, or trying to come back against the Yankees, I should say, for second place in that division. I'll lean to Toronto. I'm not really going to overthink this.
Yeah, Taijuan Walker's have put together a very fine season. Sub-3 ERA. He's pitched well in basically 4 of his last 5 starts. He did get shelled a little bit, although it didn't hurt his earned run average, as he gave up 7 runs, 1 earned against the Yankees. So it sounds like somebody made that dreaded error for the 3rd out, and then he gave up a couple bombs.
That's exactly what happened, actually. Voit hit a three-run homer after Fisher dropped the fly ball to the outfield.
So yeah, that's one of those things when the ERA could be a little deceiving, because he should absolutely still be on the hook for some of those runs, but that's not the way it works. Anyway, yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and play Toronto. Yeah, that's a hefty price.
I really don't care. One team should be motivated. One team shouldn't be. So I view it.
You know what? Give me the run line plus 100.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll take that. Phillies and the Rays got two relevant teams. Rays are minus 149. Phillies plus 138.
I'm just going to say it. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me, and I'm sure Phillies fans can especially agree with me. I can't figure out this team. Not because of betting, just conceptually. It's the whole NL East with the exception of the Braves. I can't figure out technically the Nationals, I just know that they're bad. The other three I can't figure out. Because the Marlins, I keep thinking are going to fall apart, and they're still alive. I'm not really sure how. The Mets, I don't even want to know. Because they've somehow been the healthiest team in the entire division. They still can't win games. And the Phillies have one of the worst bullpens I've ever seen. And Phillies fans, I'm sure, can agree that even though they're around 500, this team should have like 30-plus wins. They have more blown saves than saves.
That's still an incredible stat to me.
So, yeah, that's my brief TED talk on the Phillies. I can't figure them out as a team.
Yeah, Phillies ERA still north of 7. That's not going to get it done when you're starting guys like Vince Velasquez.
He was actually decent in his last appearance.
He was very good his last time out. Scott just gave up 1 run over 6 innings. Charlie Morton going for the Rays. Charlie's been okay. He was good last time out, giving up.
He was awful before he went on the IL, so I guess he's looked a little bit better lately. That's a fair compliment to some degree.
Yeah. Well, actually, he was okay. He made 1 bad start. His first start, he got rocked. He gave up 6 earned in 4 innings.
Yeah, I'm saying since then he's been okay.
And then since that start, he's been all right. Man, I hate laying this much wood, but this give me the Phillies in the first 5. How about that?
So money's coming on Philadelphia. Do you think that's coming in from a must-win perspective, or because of Velasquez's recent performance, or both?
Probably a little combination of both.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tampa.
Okay.
No real reason. Tampa doesn't have much to play for. It's just a matter of I can't trust Philly, so I'll go with Tampa.
All right, fair enough. Game 1 of a twin bill between the Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks, Scott. At one point, we thought that the Rockies might be able to have a little something for them, but they faded down the stretch. Anthony Sensatella goes against Zach Gallen for the D-backs, and the D-backs here are minus 168, plus 155. This is one of those times when I'm going to lay that wood on Zach Gallen. I've been a huge Gallen fan. I think as have you.
I'm one of the biggest Gallen fans there are.
Well, I'm not going to fight you on who's the biggest Gallen fan, but
I'm not either. But I've been a fan of him for a couple years. He's still underrated.
Yes, he actually absolutely is. Yeah, I got. I'm gonna lay the wood with the Diamondbacks here, minus 168.
I can't really blame you there. So yeah, I'll join you.
Okay. Marlins and Yankees, man. Marlins finish it out in style. Yankees minus 186. Marlins plus 171. Sandy Alcantara goes against J.A. Happ.
What's the Yankees run line?
Yankees run line in this one is minus 108.
I'm going to take that.
78 cents of value there. This Yankees team has been playing pretty fair baseball, Scott.
They're really good at home, really bad on the road. So anytime they're at home, and Happ's been great lately. So yeah, I like that spot.
Okay, 2 pretty fair pitchers going at it there, but I don't think Miami has the horses to keep up. Yeah,
especially at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees have been night and day on the road as opposed to home.
All right, I'll play your little game there.
Thank you.
I'll take the run line too. Indians and Pirates. Indians minus 240. Pirates plus 216 in this one. Keller goes for Pittsburgh against Carlos Carrasco for the Cleveland Indians. Carrasco's got pretty decent stats: 2.90 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. Doesn't have the record to show for you. Just 3-4 on the season. The team's 5-6 in his starts. Keller kind of flown under the radar, even though he's lost 3 straight. You can't blame him. He went 6 innings, no earned last time out, and before that, that was really his longest performance of the season. But having said that, Scott, I just don't see any future with this Pirates team at all. There's going to be some upsets today. I don't think this is it. Give me give me the Indians. Give me the Pirates team total under 2.5.
I'm gonna go with the over. Just a thought here. Carrasco's been very good this year, of course. I am not a Mitch Keller fan at all. I have never been on board. The Pirates keep throwing him out there. He's still not very good. I know that they're waiting for him to progress as a prospect. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. So I'm going to go with the over. 7.5 is way too low for me. I think the total should be around 8.5. So I'm just going to take the over. Plus, I don't think Carrasco's going to go that long. Kind of like what they did with Bieber, right? You just get him out of Dodge and get ready for the playoffs.
Yep, agreed. Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta big favorite.
Over.
163, 10.5.
Over. Just give me the over.
Let's who's going? It's
over.
Shut up. I can't find the hell is that pitching matchup?
I see Mazza versus Wright.
That's who it is. It is Mazza versus Wright.
Over.
What's the first 10.5 is the number there. What's the first 5? Oh, first 5 is 8.5. No, I'm kidding. It's
12.
First 5 is 6.
Yeah, I'll go with the over for the full game.
I think over 10.5 is the way to play that.
I don't really know how else you can play that. Because Mazza's been around for this year, and he's not been good, and Wright is bad. Having said that, he's probably Atlanta's Game 3 starter. No, just joking. But, yeah, he's not very good.
Right you are, my friend. I'll go ahead and play the over there with you as well. And 10.5, even in Atlanta, I still think that number is too low. Astros and Rangers, Scott. Astros have snuck into the playoffs. They are minus 179 favorite, plus 165 on the Rangers as Jose Urquidy goes against Kyle Cody for the Texasers. Your thoughts on this one, my friend?
Well, if there's one time you're ever going to back Texas, it's when Cody's on the mound because he's been pretty solid this year. Urquidy's been okay as well. As a whole, I know Houston's the better team, and I hate backing Texas, but Texas is 13-14 at home. Meanwhile, Houston is 9-20 on the road. I'm going to go Texas first 5. Screw it.
Texas first 5 on that one.
Cody's been really good. It is what it is.
What's the total on that? 8.5. I'll play the under there. I'll play the under 8.5, and hopefully we might even get to 9 in that one. So we'll see. Detroit and the Royals. Alex Gordon closing out his fine career for Kansas City this weekend. Royals minus 151, Tigers plus 139. 8.5 is the number right there. Spencer Turnbull goes against Brad Keller. Hey, it's the good Keller. Goes against Brad Keller for the Royals. Scott, you anxious to lay $1.50 on the Royals?
Never. I'm going to lean to Detroit. Are they going to win? Probably not. But once again, I can't lay minus 150 with Kansas City. I can't do it. And Turnbull's good enough to get a good value as an underdog.
Give me the under 4.5 for the first 5.
Okay, that works.
All right. And how about those Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox? Battle of the north side and the south side there. Cubs minus 167, and the White Sox plus 149. 8 is the number.
So the White Sox have been struggling a lot lately, as they are still on a losing streak. They got swept by the Indians. They've completely fallen apart. They've lost 5 straight. Of course, they're going to be in the playoffs, but they're probably playing the Yankees in the first round. The thing is do I really trust the Cubs enough to be laying this type of price on the road? And I don't know if I can.
By the way, it's you, Darvish against Dylan Cease.
Yeah, I know. It's minus 160. I'm going to go first 5 under here. I can't back the White Sox when they've lost 5 straight. I can't do it. But I also don't want to bet the Cubs at minus 160. So I'll go with the first 5 under.
I'll play the White Sox plus 149.
Okay.
I think that's just too good a value on a first place team there.
Well, I'm mostly just fading. It was their second place team.
Well, I was gonna say, what was a first place team?
I'm just mostly not backing the White Sox based on their current form. So I'll just go with the under.
Okay, fair enough. Reds and Twins, Scott. Twins minus 144. Reds plus 133. And this one sees.
So I see Molly versus.
There we go. I'm seeing Tyler Molly and Jose Barrios.
Yeah. I'm actually going to take a spin here with the underdog. I know that Minnesota's been great at home. I know that they are currently in first place in the division, etc. They've won 4 straight as well. Cincinnati's won 3 of their last 4. They've been pretty good. Molly's actually been decent in his last couple of appearances. I'm going to take a spin with the Reds.
Okay. All right. Interesting there. I'll take the over 8.5 there.
Okay.
Brewers Cardinals game number 2. Scott.
What a pitching matchup.
Oh, Josh Lindblom against Daniel Ponce de Leon. And this one finds the Brewers as a small dog at plus 102. Cardinals minus 112. Man, a couple of very fadeable pitchers here.
I'm taking the Cardinals. Couple reasons. Ponce de Leon's numbers might not be that great overall. He has a 3.86 ERA in September, so he actually has been pretty good in his last couple of appearances. He's got a 3 ERA even against Milwaukee. So he's actually pitched pretty well against the Brewers, and he's pitched well over his last couple of appearances. Lindblom, I know, was good in his last start against the Cardinals, but I'm going to take the Cardinals because I just think they're the better team in this spot. So when both starting pitchers aren't trustworthy, I'll take the better team. So I'll go with the Cardinals.
I'll go the other way. Lindblom has actually been good in his last 2 starts, giving up just 1 earned total over his last 10 in the 3rd innings. Maybe he's figured something out there, Scott. Maybe he's starting to get a book on some of these hitters. I will fade Ponce de Leon here as no fountain of youth. He's going to be in his future. Give me Josh Lindblom and the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay.
That one. Coming down the home stretch, buddy, it's going to be the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland Athletics. Oakland prohibitive favorite minus 197. Mariners plus 181. It's my boy, Kikuchi, goes up against Bassett. Very good team at home is the Oakland Athletics. We've talked about that extensively. Kikuchi has just never found it all season long.
You've been waiting for it.
Yeah, I can't back him here. I've got to let that season end, I believe. Give me.
I'm gonna lean to the over 8. It's Kikuchi's not great. Bassett's very, very good at home. But once again, I don't really know what Oakland's playing for, so there is a chance that Bassett could, see a bit of a shortened run in the spot. But I'm just going to take the over 8 because Kikuchi's on the mound, and that means Oakland can score probably around 6 runs.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is the play there, whether better than laying too much wood with the Athletics. 8's a good total there. Don't love Oakland at night, of course, for overs, but I think that's already baked into that number. So yeah, I'll play the over 8. Angels and Dodgers, Scott. The battle of downtown LA versus Orange County. And Dodgers, once again, big favorite here, minus 202. Plus 185 if you want to take a spin. on the Angels this season. Andrew Haney goes up against Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Anyway, you're going to fade Kershaw here?
This is just not a great spot in terms of any value at all. I'm going to go with the first. You know what? I'll take a gamble here. I'll go with the first 5 under.
First 5 under, not terrible.
Heaney's been serviceable. He's okay. I know Kershaw's ridiculous, so that's, yeah.
I'll take positive value at minus at under 2.5 at plus 118.
I thought about it, but yeah, that's fair.
And last one on the board is that second game of the doubleheader between the Rockies and the D-backs. D-backs minus 141, Rockies plus 130. And this one sees Antonio Santos for the Rocks go against Taylor Clark for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the – you know what? I'm going to have some fun here. What's Arizona on the run line?
Arizona on the run line is plus 150.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
It's mostly because both pitchers – Clark's been pretty good. He's 2-0 with a 3.99 ERA. Santos has pitched 5 innings, has an ERA of 8 and basically 8.5. And Arizona's even at 500. Colorado's even on the road, but Arizona, they've won each of their last 2 games by at least 4 runs. So I personally think that the Rockies playing extra innings yesterday, having the first leg of the doubleheader here, their bullpen's going to be shot. So I'll go with Arizona on the run line. I think they'll win this game by a couple runs. All
right, very good. That's a bold play there in the doubleheader.
Until you realize that Clark is 2-0 with a 3.99 ERA. He's actually been pretty good this year.
Yeah, not bad at all. I'll just play the Diamondbacks minus 141.
Okay.
All right, but there's a baseball show for you, everybody. That's like I said, our second to the last baseball show. So enjoy the full board of picks one more time. And as we get ready for the playoffs, it'll fire up on Monday. Scott, any final words on baseball?
No. Looking forward to covering college football.
There you go. So, yeah, just hit that next video, guys, because we're going to be talking all about college football. We'll talk about our 3 favorite plays, how we're doing on the season, et cetera, et cetera. And, of course, for any information on any of these baseball games or any of the college games or anything else for that matter, make sure you stop and check out your one-stop shop, winnersandwhiners.com, for deep dives into every game every single day. Make sure you give us a like, give us a subscribe, and check out Scott and I every day on our show today in sports betting. All right, so for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, hoping all your tickets cash today, and you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting. Take care.